on both of the coasts and then the Gulf, okay? But our marsh system here is really, really special because it's very big. Out of all of the states on the East Coast that touch the Atlantic Ocean, our tiny little state has the most marshland of any other state. We have like, I think around 350,000 acres of marshland in South Carolina. And this marshland is really, really highly important to our ecosystems down here, and we're going to talk about that when we get out. I asked a couple of people in the class what they thought a marsh was. What do you think of when you think about a marsh?
You probably kind of think of water.
Everybody think about water when they think about a marsh?
No.
Definitely. So water is a key ingredient. Are there any types of, what kind of plant do you see a lot of out there?
Leaves.
What do you think?
Kind of salty, kind of grass thing.
Yeah, like lots and lots and lots of grass. And we'll look at that. Basically said that marshes, and we agreed that marshes are areas where fresh water from rivers and lakes and streams flowing from inland out to the ocean meet the ocean. So a marsh is sort of this buffer zone where fresh water and salt water are mixing together. Now, does anybody know what it's called when fresh and salt water mix together? What kind of water? A mix of fresh and salt called brackish water, okay? Does everybody see how much grass there is on all of this marsh? The whole thing is covered with... So sometimes, if you can just stop and listen and stay quiet and stay still and just observe, you can actually start to see that there's a lot more going on in this area than we really think the first time we look, okay? So I think for about maybe 10 or 15 seconds, we can have a really quiet time. What do we think clean water is? Drinking water, right? Does clean drinking water have anything living in it, or is it sterile? It's sterile. But in nature, some of the clean and healthy water is not. If you changed your oil and you dumped your oil out in the Edisto River outside of Columbia, eventually that Edisto River is going to flow all the way down to the marsh and empty out in the marsh. So you might not kill every living thing in the marsh by just changing your oil, but if everybody is contributing to that problem, and everybody who lives up above you, up above on the river, is also doing that, you can see how the marsh at the very bottom of that system is sort of collecting a lot of garbage, a lot of trash, a lot of pollutants that we put in the water will all end up, and then we won't have as healthy of a marsh system, which eventually will affect us.
And if you tried to go
Stuff that we hear. Everybody know what that is.